Today I wanted to talk about letting things go when it comes to teaching our kids certain skills. So my name is Felicia Wright. I'm the founder of Project Confetti Kids, and I host project-based learning classes for kids here in my hometown of Nevada. But I also have resources on my website, so you can head over to projectconfettikids.com and check out those free resources over there. So I wanted to talk about today letting things go. And what I mean by that is when kids reach a frustration level of like they're not getting something, or they're really upset because they're just not getting it and you're upset, I think it's time to let it go. And I don't mean for the day. Sometimes it's time to let it go for the week, maybe even the month. It depends all on your situation. So the reason why I say let it go is because when they reach frustration level, it's hard to get them back. So kids start to cope by making things up, responding to whatever it is with that particular skill, responding and just making things up and guessing. And once they get into that space of guessing, it's hard to pull them out of it because they're doing whatever they can to get out of that situation because they're so irritated with the whole thing that they don't even want to try anymore. And once they get there, it's hard to get them out of that. So what I say is to just drop it, because there's so much for them to learn that you can do something else for a period of time and then work your way back around to it. And the way I like to teach certain skills is through project-based learning. So we use real-world skills to teach certain real-world problems to teach skills. So for example, if you're teaching budgeting, then you can have them build a restaurant and give them a certain amount of money, and then they're picking out all the different things that they need for inventory to open. So that will teach them how to budget in a cool and fun way. So that's the way I like to teach certain skills. So if a kid is really frustrated and you've tried a million and one things, and I've been there, I've tried it, and it can be so frustrating. It's like, oh my gosh, I've tried 3, 4, 10 things and you're still not getting it. So you can try it in a different way or just let it go. Maybe they're just not ready. I taught first grade for a number of years, and that was really a grade where they're going through so many developmental milestones that sometimes they would wake up, or over Christmas break, something that was really something that they were struggling with, and they come back and then they just got it, and it's like somebody flipped the switch. And parents would ask me, they're like, well, why do they suddenly get it? It's like, well, they're learning, they're developing, and now they suddenly get it. There's no real answer. They were just ready to receive it. So if your child is struggling with a skill, and especially you, if you are getting really frustrated, let that skill go and move on to something else, because it's not worth getting frustrated over and them getting frustrated, and then it's not even an enjoyable experience. That's my biggest thing as an educator. What I tell parents constantly, if whatever you're doing at home, make it an enjoyable experience as much as you can. Because we don't want to torture them into thinking that learning is not fun, learning is awful, and you always have to do these crazy, annoying, boring tasks. So try to make it as fun as possible, because we want to build lifelong learners here. We want them to enjoy education, especially the itty bitties, the babies. I would tell my parents, hey, we got to make this fun because they got a long way to go. So if they hate it now, they're going to hate it forever. Let's not do that. So I hope that was helpful. This video was prompted by a client of mine, and she was just frustrated that her son wasn't getting something. And I was like, hey, he'll get it eventually, but we just have to give him some time. So that's what I have to say today, and I hope you're having a great day. Let me know what you do when things get a little crazy when you're trying to teach a skill. Do you actually just set it down and loop back around to it when you're ready, or do you keep going? So let me know what you do at home, and I will see you tomorrow.